Shri Sai Satcharita Chapter 3 Sai Baba's Sanction and Promise Assignment of Work to Devotees Baba's Stories as Beacon Light His Motherly Love Rohila's Story His Sweet and Nectar-like Words Sai Baba's Sanction and Promise. As described in the previous chapter, Sai Baba gave his complete assent to the writing of the Satcharita and said, I fully agree with you regarding the writing of Satcharita. You do your duty, don't be afraid in the least, steady your mind and have faith in my words. If my Leelas are written, the avidya, nescience will vanish, and if they are attentively and devotedly listened to, the consciousness of the worldly existence will abate, and strong waves of devotion and love will rise up. And if one dives deep into my Leelas, he would get precious jewels of knowledge. Hearing this, the author was much pleased, and he at once became fearless and confident, and thought that the work was bound to be a success. Then, turning to Shama Madhavrao Deshpande, Sai Baba said, If a man utters my name with love, I shall fulfill all his wishes, increase his devotion, and if he sings earnestly my life and my deeds, him I shall be set in front and back and on all sides. Those devotees who are attached to me, heart and soul, will naturally feel happiness when they hear these stories. Believe me, that if anybody sings my Leelas, I will give him infinite joy and everlasting contentment. It is my special characteristics to free any person who surrenders completely to me and who worships me faithfully and who remembers me and meditates on me constantly. How can they be conscious of worldly objects and sensations who utter my name, who worship me, who think of my stories and my life, and who thus always remember me? I shall draw out my devotees from the jaws of death. If my stories are listened to, all diseases will be get rid of. So hear my stories with respect and think and meditate on them, assimilate them. This is the way of happiness and contentment. The pride and egoism of my devotees will vanish, the mind of the hearers will be set at rest, and if he has wholehearted and complete faith, he will be one with supreme consciousness. The simple remembrance of my name as Sai Sai will do away with sins of speech and hearing. Different works assigned to devotees. The Lord entrusts different works to different devotees. Some are given the work of building temples and muds or ghats, flight of steps on rivers. Some are made to sing the glories of God. Some are sent to pilgrimages, but to me was allotted the work of writing the Sai Satcharita. Being a jack of all trades but master of none, I was quite unqualified for this job. Then why should I undertake such a difficult task? Who can describe the true life of Sai Baba? Sai Baba's grace alone can enable one to accomplish this difficult work. So when I took the pen in my hand, Sai Baba took away my egoism and himself wrote his stories. The credit of relating these stories therefore goes to him and not to me. Though Brahmin by birth, I lack the two eyes, that is, the sight of vision of Shruti and Smruti, and therefore was not at all capable of writing the Satcharita. But the grace of the Lord makes me a dumb man talk, enables a lame man to cross a mountain. He alone knows the ways of getting things done as he likes. Neither the flute nor the harmonium knows how the sounds are produced. This is the concern of the player. The oozing of Chandrakant jewel and the surging of the sea are not due to the jewel and the sea, but due to the rising of the moon. Baba's stories as beacon light. Lighthouses are constructed at various places in the sea to enable the boatmen to avoid rocks and dangers and make them sail safely. Sai Baba's stories serve a similar purpose in the ocean of worldly existence. They surpass nectar in sweetness and make our worldly path smooth and easy to traverse. Blessed are the stories of the saints. When they enter our hearts through the years, the body consciousness or egoism and the sense of duality vanish, and when they are stored in the heart, doubts will dissipate, pride of the body will fall, and wisdom will stored in abundance. The description of Baba's pure fame and the hearing of the same with love will destroy the sins of the devotee, and therefore this is the simple sadhana for attaining salvation. The sadhana for Krita age was samadama, tranquility of mind and body; for Treta age, sacrifice; for Dwapar, worship; and for Kali, present age, it is singing of the name and glory of the Lord. This last sadhana is open to all the people of the four varnas, Brahmins, etc. The other sadhanas, yoga, tyaga, sacrifice, dhyana, meditation, and dhyana dharana, concentration, are very difficult to practice, but singing and hearing the stories and the glory of the Lord Sai Baba is very easy. We have only to turn our attention towards them. The listening to and singing of the stories will remove the attachment to the senses and their objects, and will make the devotees dispassionate, and will ultimately lead them to self realization. With this end in view, Sai Baba made me write his stories at Satcharita. The devotees may now easily read and hear these stories of Sai Baba, and while doing so, meditate on him, his form, and thus attain devotion to Guru and God Sai Baba, get dispassion and self realization. In the preparation and writing of this work, Satcharita, it is Sai Baba's grace which has accomplished everything, making use of me as a mere instrument. Shri Sai Satcharita, Chapter 3.